So what is the best approach you can advise for you guys to tell a girl?
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mary. If you're seeing me for the very first time, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Now, from the title of the video, you already know what we're talking about: intimate tips that keeps me smelling good. Okay, intimate tips. When I mean today, we're going to be talking TMI. If you're ready for it, then keep watching. My tip number one is make sure you take regular baths. Now in 2023, 2022, you may have been skipping your baths, okay? But in this 2024, as we know they agree for anybody, don't skip your bath. No excuses like, oh, it's too cold. Oh, I had my bath yesterday and I did not go anywhere. The AC was on. If you know, all those excuses, drop them behind in 2023. 2024 is a year of smelling good. Okay, so make sure you take regular bath. Tip number two, for ladies, make sure you wash your vagina. I know that area is self-cleansing. Nobody is saying put all your fingers inside and scoop anything. No, we're saying that make sure you wash your vagina. Okay, especially if you're on your period. On your period, you cannot, if you're menstruating, you cannot have any excuses. Honestly, I don't care. You cannot have excuses as to not at least taking your bath twice a day, morning and night. Don't even go to bed. Don't think about going to bed without taking your bath during your period, because you know what, to cause infection. When your vagina starts itching too much, sometimes it's just because you did not shower, you did not take your bath properly. Yeah, so ladies, please, 2024, make sure you wash your intimate area properly and don't use fragrance products. Okay, don't use scented products, scented soap to wash your intimate area. That also can cause infection. Now, how to do that is use feminine wash. I have a video on my shower tips and things, products I use for my shower. I'll leave that in the link below. Okay,
What about you meet a girl whereby she can stop smelling? Obviously, we tried so many products, we tried so many kind of wash, but the smell never goes or never get away. So how do you think that we should do? What do you think? What is that? What you think?
okay, for such persons that have tried different products and they still smell funky, I feel you should see your doctor. It might just be a problem that needs to be taken care of. It's not just washing that is going to take care of it. There are medications for stuff like this, so make sure that you see a doctor first for the appropriate treatment, and afterwards I promise you that girl will not smell like that anymore. And then of course, after treatment, you have to up your hygiene game. Tip number three, I'm just sharing 5 tips in case I did not mention it in the beginning. Tip number 3 is make sure you wash yourself after doing number 2 or even number 1. Okay, if you pee, if you have access to water, especially if you're at home, make sure you rinse off that area, your vagina. And if you used the bathroom and you did number 2, water is the best way to go. That way you will smell fresh, you will feel fresh. But if you don't have access to water and you have tissue, make sure you don't use hard tissue. And if the tissue is hard and you cannot help it, okay, you can just put a little bit of water, dampen it a little bit, and wipe yourself. Wipe yourself from front to back, not from back to front. Okay, from front to back, not from back to front. You got that? Tip number 4 for my ladies: make sure that you change your sanitary pads, your tampons, your cups, menstrual cups, whatever you use, make sure you change them as often as possible. Now, if you use pad, sometimes you will see on the pad they will write you can change after every 8 hours. I don't wait for 8 hours. I don't expect you to wait for 8 hours. In fact, if you want to smell good, make sure you change them as often as possible. I know that it can be very expensive, but then won't you rather spend some money and smell good and also be free from infection? I would rather do that. If your girlfriend's vagina it smells, or that fish smell, please help her. It's not the time to chase her away. Okay, it might just be an infection, it might just be that she probably does not know how to clean it very well. So it's not something that you have to laugh at someone about. Okay, everybody has a scent. That place cannot smell like apple, it cannot smell like watermelon, it cannot smell, you know what I'm saying, it cannot smell like that, but then it can smell fresh, it can be fresh. Okay, every lady has a scent, but what we're avoiding in 2024 is not that scent, it's smell. It's smell. So make sure that you change your tampons and pads as often as possible, and always shower, shower, shower. And if you cannot have your bath during your period, make sure you rinse off before you change into the next fresh pad or tampon. It's almost impossible to not use public restroom. Yeah, because we go out sometimes, we go for functions, we go for activities, we go to work, and I would not advise that you hold your urine for long, because it can affect you. So what I usually do is, when I use a public restroom, I make sure that I clean the area, the surface area. First of all, I make sure I clean it thoroughly, and then the next thing I do is to stuff it with tissue before I pee on it. In fact, if I can, I don't usually sit on the toilet bowl, and this is just my secret. If I'm using a public toilet, I find it difficult to actually rest my bum on the toilet bowl, especially if I'm just peeing. I'm just sharing, guys. So if you cannot do that, so that to avoid peeing on yourself and you say I'm the one that taught you, if you don't know how to do that, sit down, but make sure you clean the surface properly, and also put in tissue. Flush first. Flush the toilet first before you even think about cleaning and stuffing it with tissue and sitting on it to do your business. Okay, bonus tip is, make sure you wash off after sex, ladies. Don't say, oh, I'm too tired, or I'm too sleepy, I'm just going to lie down, tomorrow or later I'll wash off. No, that's not good. Make sure you wash off immediately after sex, especially for those of you that are not trying to get pregnant. Okay, for that, make sure you talk to your gynae, your doctor, and follow the best advice they'll give to you
for how intimacy may be, how sex may be. Understand? And sometimes the girl will not be able to get up and wash. So, in that kind of scenario, what do you expect? Is it a compulsory must that she needs to get up to wash?
I would say that you take a little bit of time. When we say get up and wash, we're not saying immediately after sex you just start running, jogging to the bathroom. No. Sometimes you just need a few minutes to rest. Okay, then you can drag yourself to the bathroom. But if you have wipes, there are lady wipes, you can start with that. Unscented wipes, like I mentioned earlier, don't use any scented thing in your intimate area, in your vagina. It is not good. You can use wipes. Wipe that out first, and then you can go and wash up yourself. So guys, these are my intimate tips for smelling good before and after sex, before and after your period.
For we guys, yeah, we find it hard to explain to women that are actually smelling, especially down there. We actually take it as personal, yeah. We don't want to dampen with your own personal confidence and how they feel, especially if you have a girlfriend and all that. So, what is the best approach you can advise for you guys to tell a girl that, yo babe, yeah, down there is actually, it doesn't keep up a good smell?
Okay, that's a very good question. Now, I'm going to put out a disclaimer. I am no professional, I am not a doctor or anything. These are things that I've done in my life that has really worked for me. To answer that question, when you have someone you really care about and they smell bad, I understand that it's not the easiest to just tell them, okay, but if you love someone, you want to tell the truth. And if you cannot tell them the truth, I don't know what you guys are doing together. But in this case, I can exempt speaking. I think that you should just take your time, go to a store, a pharmacy, a a drugstore, go to a supermarket, they sell feminine wash. Okay, you can buy those things for her and tell her, you know, babe, you can start using it when you take your bath. You know, there's a way to go about it. Yeah, I think that is one thing you should do. But sometimes it's much more than just buying somebody a feminine wash and giving it to them. That's indirectly telling them that your coochie is stinking. Okay, yeah. But then I believe that there's a subtle way that you can actually talk about stuff like that, especially if, I mean, you guys have been dating, you love each other. Don't hide certain things from them, and if it means them going to see a doctor, why not? So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. This video is kind of different. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up, and if you're not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe and join the family. In this channel, we talk about all things smelling good, personal hygiene, you know, skincare and all that jazz. If you're not yet subscribed, again, please subscribe, because we're going to have some impromptu juicy gist kind of videos for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. See you guys. Bye.